Alright guys, so I'm gonna be working on the car a little bit today. I kind of mustered up a little bit of energy and motivation. So yeah. So for today, I'm gonna be basically realigning right here, just moving the headlight back and kind of fixing up the gaps and stuff. It looks good right here, but this bumper is actually a little bit sagged forward, and the headlights are a little bit forward. And the thing that sucks though is that when I try and push this a little bit back or try and do anything with this, the headlights don't move because they're mounted here and other parts. So I basically have to take off the bumper in order to adjust right here, because if I just get this one and yeah, that's it right there, the headlight doesn't move because it's attached elsewhere. And you could tell right there where it's got to go a little bit more back to meet up right there. So that's basically the little game plan, at least for now. You can see right here, it's a little bit, you know, like the gap and everything. And I really don't like that. So I'm going to close the hood and I'll show you how it looks like. So I put those hood risers, so this is not gonna like match up real nice. The hood does have to come forward a little bit. As you can tell right here, it's a little bit too far back, and this is too far back. So it's basically has to go up like at least a quarter of an inch. But this headlight also has to be pushed more back too. So basically what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take off the bumper, adjust the headlights, and then try and put the bumper where it's gonna sit a little bit more back. And I'm gonna close up this gap also by scooting this forward and then scooting the hood forward, or this back and the hood forward to close up this right here. So hopefully you guys understand, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. And this hood was repainted at one time. I did try and do like a little blend job, but I didn't have clear. Long story, but I just left it, and it looks way better than peeling paint or peeling clear, because I think you guys remember it was peeling right there from rock chips. The front bumper was repainted, and I'm not sure if one of these fenders were repainted or not, but they are pretty dang immaculate. They are super clean. But I know for sure that the hood is repaint and the front bumper cover is repaint. So that just goes to show me that there was some type of accident here. Headlights are the first to go. So he says upgraded headlights and everything, but I already know that these are just eBay specials, and they were 99 bucks. And it's just easier just not to get the OEM, you know, especially if you're just trying to down the car. Now, one thing that does kind of confuse me is that right here, there's a high spot right there. It's coming in this way, but this is body work from where maybe the hood did slam the roof, but the roof is all original and untouched and mint condition. So I really don't know if the hood went up, or maybe there was just some damage here from, like, let's say a little collision or whatever. But yeah, so the first thing I'm gonna do is take off these 4 clips, 2, 4. Then I'm gonna take off these push style clips right here, and that's gonna unloosen the grill. Then there's gonna be some screws right here, one on this side and one on this side. And then from there's gonna be 2 screws underneath the splash guard that's going to connect the splash guard, which is basically the inner fender, to the bumper. 2 screws right there, and then there's going to be another 2 screws right here, and that's going to go right there, and then that's going to be attaching to the bumper. And then there's going to be about 6 bolts or probably clips on the bottom right here. So yeah, they're gonna be right here at the bottom. So I'm gonna take those off, and everything should come right off. Alright guys, so kind of marred it up a little bit, but who cares? These things are kind of a pain because somebody else put them on and they are not the correct size or whatever. They look like that, and yeah, pretty brutal to take off. So that's basically off right there. So now I'm gonna take off the screws right here on both sides in front of the wheel arches, and then I got to do the painful task of going underneath and using stubby screwdrivers for the front of the splash guards. But yeah, God, I feel like I'm 65 already or 70. Whenever there's something so low, I just don't want to go down there. But I've been procrastinating, and I really have to do this. And maybe I should buy one of these, right? Like a nice one. Nah, just put it back. Looks better than rust. But yeah. This is why I like the DC mats. I basically collect these for this reason, and because they are freaking nice. But I haven't gone to the junkyard successfully in about a year or more. So yeah, one right here, and it looks like one's missing over here. Let me see. Yeah, that one's missing. So stubby screwdriver. And don't forget to put these back, because if you don't, yeah, you're gonna be having this fly up into your brakes, and you're gonna burn them up on the freeway. Ask me how I know. Okay, so I took off the next one right in there. So yeah, so now I'm gonna get the other side, and then I gotta work on the middle, which is gonna be about 4 or 5 right there. So yeah. All right guys, so I took off 3 of these clips. They are not standard. They are a pain also to take off. There's the other one. And yeah, it's pretty typical to see this type of stuff whenever a body shop does it. They have these laying around, and they're usually mangled. They never put anything back new. And yeah, because I could tell when I got the car, it was repaired when I got it, and it just sat up for a long time driven, but it wasn't really abused. So this bumper wasn't taken off, you know, so many times. It was just repaired and put back, but it just had some old clips. But yeah, so I got all the stuff on the bottom, the top, the sides. So now I'm going to try and pull it off. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, okay. You see right here in the bottom. Anything here? Okay, that shouldn't be connected right there, but I'm gonna go back to that. And it looks like it's connected here too, so there's probably another clip right here. Let me take off. Yeah, I think I missed it. All right guys, so never fails. There were 2 more clips on the sides, and finally got those off, and now it's free. I just don't want this thing to come crashing down, so something's holding it. I already know I'm gonna be in pain tonight. So that's the bumper right there. So this is the car, and I see something right here. Everything looks pretty dang nice. There's no damage at all. I was kind of expecting to see a little something. I think I took off. Did I take those off? I don't think I took those off. But it doesn't look bad. The spot weld is nice. Look at. So yeah, everything looks pretty dang nice. Is that bent? Yeah, it does look like the spot weld. There's a little play right here. So the spot weld busted off right there. But nothing looks bent. Headlight bracket. I just noticed that right there. That the headlight moves. Because from up here you can't really tell anything. So yeah, so that's a little crazy. So I'm gonna unloosen these headlights and try and move them up a little bit. And as soon as I get these up, yeah, this one is loose too. As soon as I get that gap right there, I'm going to throw the bumper back on. That's basically all I needed. Alright guys, so I haven't really gotten far. I'm about 30 minutes in, and all I've just managed to do is take off the headlight and this headlight bracket and bumper support. The bumper goes within there. And yeah, so I just took this off just to do it my way and just to see if there was anything tweaked, and everything is absolutely fine except for that spot weld right there. It came loose, and then obviously you guys know about these latches. These things like to fail, so that's just an RSX DC5 thing. So yeah, besides that, everything is super straight, but I just can't seem to get this to be lining up nicely in here. But I'm gonna keep trying and trying and trying. But I just wanted to take this off. Goes right there, and that mounts up right there, just to see if anything is actually damaged and if I'm fighting something that's actually bent. But everything's fine, so I'm gonna put everything back and just try my best. And also I found that this piece is kind of like fighting me a little bit, so I think I'm just gonna snip that right off and not even deal with this going into here. And it looks like I have to oval this out a little bit more, or I have to oval it out so it could slide up more, so it could go inside here. But yeah, so just gonna make some little modifications to this and to get this looking good. Alright guys, so peep game. I had to take out some right there. There's a little setup right there. Works perfect. Harbor Freight special. So when I go up right there, that matches up right there, and that's a hell of a lot better. I don't know if you can tell, but before it was like this when it was in the original spot. Ever since I went up, that matches, and now it's like that. Well, actually it's gonna be like that. So that's where it's gonna be, and that's a whole lot better than what it was before. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just get this buttoned up, and then now I know exactly what to do on that side, which is unloosen everything and notch that top one out, and it's gonna slide right in. All right guys, so I got those 2 bolts in right there with the bracket. That's as close as it's gonna go. This is notched, that's lined up, and that looks pretty dang clean right there. So yeah, so it could be adjusted a little bit more, but it looks pretty dang good. So now I'm gonna I'm gonna do this side. As you can see, it's a much bigger gap right there, kind of drooping forward. So I'm gonna do this side next. And there's also another fastener that was missing on this side that I gotta put. So after I put that one, it's gonna make this a lot more stable. But yeah, but I actually don't have my bolts on me now, so I think I'm just gonna like rob something from here just to put on that, and then I'm gonna replace it with something shiny and new. But yeah, look at dry pump, little bit of seeping, but it basically fixed up everything, those O-rings. Yeah, so this thing's never gonna be 100% leak free, but it looks pretty nice. All right guys, so I got this side looking pretty dang nice. The only problem that I ran into is that the original screw, or the original bolt that was there, it fell down into the abyss to never be found again. So I needed one with the washer to actually, you know, clamp onto the plastic. So I took this one, put it here, then found one in the toolbox, put it there. But these are all raggedy anyways, as you can tell. They're all gonna be switched out anyways, but yeah, I just put that there now. And now that looks a hell of a lot better. Not perfect, but yeah. So now I'm gonna put the bumper back on, and I'm gonna adjust the hood. All right guys, so that's how she looks right there. I got it more flush right here. It's a little bit above, but it's a lot more flush. It's like just sleek. Same thing right there, nice and flush. Everything's nice to gap. And right there, it's not perfect, but it's much better than what it was. So when you stand back, you can see the headlight all the way around, closed gaps. You can't put your finger in there no more. And then right here was even worse, and that looks pretty nice. So next up, I'm going to unloosen these and do the hood. The hood's gonna be a little bit more of a pain, because once you get it nice and you know, situated where you want it, you kind of have to lift it up and tighten it. And just by lifting it up, you could shift it. So I kind of like them where they're snugged, but they're still under like some tension. So when you go and lift the hood to tighten it, that tension is holding it, but it's a fine balance where you got to have it where it holds, but then at the same time where you could actually move it. So yeah, you can see right there. That looks so good. All right, so let me get the hood, or I'm gonna close the hood. Let's see how it looks like. Right, so that's how it looks like right there. And as you can see, that gap, it's pretty much closed off, but I still do have about 1/4 of an inch to go forward, and that's gonna be 1/4 of an inch forward there. So, and then as you can tell, it just goes sleek right off. There's no more indentation right there. And just by doing that, fixing that, it makes the car look a lot more round, sleek, aerodynamic, better, solid. Because these cars always did have, you know, like a futuristic look to them. So, you know, as far as just being smooth and aerodynamic compared to, you know, your Toyotas or Nissans or all your other cars, like Honda was just up on their game as far as like aero and doing stuff like cool as hell. All right guys, so I'm gonna do the hood, and let's see how it looks like after. Can't record it because it's just gonna be another pain in the ass. So once I get that, it's gonna be the final result. Let's see how it looks. All right, guys, so there it is right there. It's not perfect. This side looks good, but then this side kind of gets a little bit weird as far as this being a little bit up. And I know I can get that out and I could get this looking nice, but my back is just killing me already. And so, yeah, but if you can tell, everything looks a lot more sleeker and nice and more together. Looks so good. I love the way that this looks all the way around, and I love how it's flush right here. Been wanting to do this for over a year, but haven't really touched the car as far as, you know, like the bumper or doing anything. Just been doing maintenance and, you know, replacing small little parts here and there that's needed. But yeah, guys, so that's gonna be a little video. If you like this video, please subscribe and comment. If you want to see more, smash the like. But yeah, so this thing is looking pretty dang nice. All right, guys, I'll see ya.